Now, the big one, if you're a Man United fan, has finally happened. Congratulations to you. Bruno Fernandes has rocked up at Old Trafford, Kris. How happy should Man United fans be?
I think they should be happy. They've chased them all window, to be honest. But I think he's, Ole said it as well. His stats, they back up what they've spent the money on. I know he's been compared to Frank Lampard, but he's got a long, long way to go before you can speak about him in the same breath as Frank, especially in the English Premier League. So, I think it's an exciting one, but when you look at Manchester United from where they've been to where they are now, I think they need more than one player to turn this around. That's for sure.
So a full strength midfield for Ole to pick from. Where does he fit in, and who misses out?
Well, again, I think he's got a good midfield at the moment. Once everyone comes back, I'm a big fan of McTominay. I know there's a lot of questions about Pogba, but I like Pogba as well. And you can kind of see two big 6 foot guys holding that kind of holding midfielder, where Fernandes can kind of sit into that number 10 role, which he likes. I think their attacking three have a lot of pace, and I do believe they can score. So maybe they just need that kind of.
Do you think Pogba's better being that deeper one?
I don't think he will like it, because he likes to get forward as well. So again, that's something for Ole to kind of discuss with Pogba. Maybe he has to change his role a little bit, which I doubt it. But that's how I would see it, because if you're buying someone for that price and you talk about his stats, I think he's...
You're impressed with his goal-scoring ability from midfield.
Well, especially his goal-scoring, but like I said, I was a player that loved to assist as well, and his assist stats are phenomenal as well. And plus he
134 games for Sporting Lisbon, 63 goals and 42 assists. It's impressive.
And he's another specialist free kick taker as well. So again, this is kind of a position where you kind of want him to kind of fulfill. He kind of finds all the pockets and all that, and suppose this is the player to kind of glue Manchester United together.
Well, then off the back of that, Harry, are they in a position now where each and every signing that comes in has got to be the final piece of the jigsaw, has got to be the one that lands and hits the ground running? Is he under any undue pressure? There's the price tag, there's the goals that he comes along with, there's the gaping hole in the middle of midfield that somebody needs to fill. Would you forgive a Manchester United fan for expectation levels going through the roof?
No, I think when you sign for a big club like Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs, I think you've got to hit the floor running. And I think, look, there's a lot of speculation about how they do their due diligence on players and all that. But they've done their work here, and I think they know what they're getting. And again, I think there's a lot of pressure on him, and I think the pressure will come to him. But again, his characteristics show that he can stand up to a lot of people. He walks into a lot of clubs and kind of demands hard work.
So he's got character to go with the talent that he's
Yes, so I think he's going to demand a lot, and I think that's what kind of Man United are missing. And if he can kind of control maybe the front three, and you've got Maguire at the back controlling the back four and the midfield, you never know, Man United could turn a corner. I
suppose discussing a price tag for a player at a big club it's slightly churlish in a way, isn't it? Because it's plucked out of the air, isn't it, really? It's a transfer that could go upwards of nearly £70 million. How
much would you be back? How much
I would hate
nowadays?
to think, Kris, it would be minimal. But from the point of view of what they're going to get from a player, and again, I asked Harry about the expectation level. Where does he need to drive Manchester United onto to be deemed a relative success?
I think Manchester United fans, they want someone to bring the success back, bring the glory days back. Rashford is someone who they've pinned all their hopes on so far. I think Martial shows in glimpses what he can do. Pogba for me is just a total enigma, because there is no doubt that there's an unbelievable player in there, but there's all the baggage that seems to come along with it, which, is this signing the first steps to seeing Paul Pogba leave in the summer? Maybe. Unless, as Harry says there, he may need to change the way he plays the game, which, when you turn around to a World Cup winner and try to tell him, you need to change, I'm not too sure he'll take it too well. But, I think that there's no doubt there's positive signs for Manchester United when you look at the performance, the result against Manchester City the other night there in terms of that one-off leg, but ultimately they're not in the final. And, I know Ollie's been speaking about, that's us been to the Etihad and won twice, but it doesn't really matter. I think Manchester United
in the grand scheme of things.
But it gives you the bragging rights in the city for a couple. But look, you would rather be where City are than where United are. There's no.
It was a game that it didn't really you had to win it. So they had to go out there and try to win it. So for me, it doesn't really count.
Irrelevant.
Yeah.
That's in midfield for Man United. Up front, obviously, with Rashford being away, Martial, as you say, not being quite at the races, there's a hole there to fill. Names have been thrown around. Salomon Rondon's one that perhaps has come out a little bit of left field. Very robust centre forward for Newcastle. Is he someone that could lead the line for United?
Well, again, you're looking at your United, and they do have pace, right? But sometimes you need someone to just hold that ball up as well. And someone like Rondon can do it. He's proven it. He done fantastic at Newcastle when he was up there. He led the line. He scored goals. So someone like that, and you could even go look when they had Zlatan there, someone to be able to bring in Daniel James and Rashford and Martial, because sometimes when Martial does move out to the wide, he seems to create a lot more chances for himself. So having that big, strong centre forward up there could really help out.
Yeah, but I think that's maybe somewhere that's helped Manchester United, like, that interaction, the moving about the place, in that forward areas. I don't know if them being, that number 9 is more suited to Manchester United. You speak about Zlatan, you've got to ask the question of why was Lukaku let go? He's probably similar to that as well. But for me, and it's, I know they're talking about Rondon for a short period of time, but we've already seen Ole come out this week and say that Sanchez will be back in the summer as well. You can't. It doesn't matter whatever organisation you're at. You can't keep adding players when you've still got players in the books that are 300, 400, 500 grand a week. You can't keep signing players.
You've got to have different options. Who have they got up there to hold the ball up at the moment?
Yeah, I know, but you can't keep just grabbing players and bringing them in. You need to get players out.
So you just keep playing the same way, and then when you come up against teams where they go, well, they're just going to keep running in behind. Let's just drop off. They've got to be able to have someone to hold that ball up to give everyone else that chance to push up.
Agreed.
And they don't have that.
But what I'm saying is, for me, I think where Manchester United have played well, or played better in the games this season, is when they've been running at people, they've been sitting off. And that isolated striker, I don't really think would come into play.
There's only been a couple of games where they've actually.
No, I know, but it's been against the bigger ones.
But then
I know what you're saying in terms of against, like, maybe your Norwich or teams like that. You're able to put it in the box and get runners off them. I totally agree with you there. But let's be realistic. Manchester United should be beating your Norwiches and Brightons and teams like that anyway. They're going to be judged against the bigger ones. And for me, when they've been sitting off and counter-attacking against the bigger ones, that's where they've shown that they have some quality. I don't think it's not been a case of that rigid formation. There's all been changes in the formation.